We have Professor Edmund Tayao on the line. He is the President and CEO of the Political Economic Elemental Researchers and Strategists of our peers. He is also a professor and lecturer at the San Beda Graduate School of Law. Good morning. Thanks for joining us again.
Good morning.
Yes,
good morning, Attorney.
Yes, good morning, Attorney. Thank you for joining us.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, good morning, Attorney. Can you hear us?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You.
Thank you for joining us. I don't know if you heard yung recent report about the latest Pulse Asia survey, but I'd like to know about your general insights. There has been some movement with Willie Revillame coming in to the Magic 12 and also pagbaba ng bahagya ng konti ni Ben Tulfo.
Actually, what's remarkable there that is not, probably some did not notice, is the dramatic slide of Dr. Willie Ong. No? He used to be in Magic 12. No? And I have to take note that this is the first time that, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Willie Ong landed somewhere between 6 and 7 in many of the surveys, even in our own survey at peers. No? So, I don't know if it has something to do with his still ongoing treatment of his cancer, no, and that he's not able to keep in touch with his followers. But this is saddening to me because it seems that the theme really is about the usual, popularity and entertainment, and people has to really take note that governance is not entertainment. So,
yes. So,
I'm sorry, but that's basically what's resonating as far as this result is concerned.
Sinasabi nga nila kailangan daw talaga ma-educate din yung mga voters na yung mga senador ay mga legislators, hindi sila yung pwedeng yung mga nagbibigay ng ayuda. Kasi doon nababase ng mga voters natin recently, no, base doon sa mga results ng surveys
parang
natin.
Mga mayor daw sila.
Oo.
At the end of I will still insist, no, on our study of voting behavior through the years. Nag-iisip na kaya lang hindi natin maiwasan dahil wala naman talaga tayong sistema sa politika natin. Wala nga tayong tunay ng political party. So ang pagkakampanya ng mga kandidato ay depende sa kanilang kakayahan. So kahit na ikaw ay kwalipikado at meron kang experience sa governance, kung wala kang pangalan, hindi ka kilala, hindi ka nakakaikot, kung wala kang resources, hindi ka nakikilala, no? And we've done a series of studies this year, in fact, and and the studies were not only based on the usual quantitative surveys. No, tinanong namin talagang nag-focus group discussion kami, at ang lumalabas ang mga tao binoboto nila siyempre yung sa tingin nila, kilala nila dahil nga yun ang nakikita nila, yun ang nadidinig nila, no? So limitado, in other words, yung kanilang information.
Oo.
Go ahead.
Itanong ko lang din po kung are we expecting also yung pagbaba ng mga kaalyado ng Duterte dito sa survey po ng mga senatoriables. But we can see also na medyo mas mataas pa rin si Senator Bongo as compared to Senator Bato de la Rosa. What do you think? Ano po yung maisip niyo po tungkol doon?
I'm quite actually surprised na umakyat si Senator Bongo kasi consistently nitong lahat ng mga naunang survey except for one interesting survey firm na number 1 siya, hindi ko natatandaan na pumapasok siya doon sa Magic 12. So either talagang remarkable yung kanyang improvement or there are some other explanations to that because again, lahat naman ng midterm election na nakita natin is always a matter of measuring how the public is responding to the incumbent, no, particularly the administration itself, and also its reaction to, in this particular regard, no, the previous administration and the previous dispensation. So, in other words, nakita din natin kung paano nagresponde yung mga tao sa mga huling issue. With all this barrage
yes, that's right.
Against the Quadcom and the House of Representatives, it seems hindi nagre-resonate to result to dramatic improvement in the amount of support and numbers of the group of the previous previous administration. So I don't know, mahaba pa naman yung election, so makikita natin kung magbabago pa ito, but I'm quite surprised really with this new results.
Yes, Attorney, if you look at taking a look kasi at the top 4 and you makikita nyo sa listahan, you have si Erwin Tulfo, you have Ben Tulfo, and then you also have Bongo and Tito Soto. But if you look at yung common denominator ng apat na yan, most of them, ang sinasabi ng iba, have direct contact with the public. Not as legislators but rather as givers. In other words, help yung tagapagbigay ng tulong or assistance. You also have Willie Revillame in the Magic 12. Now, do you think the public has a lack of education in terms of the difference between the function of the executive and legislative?
It's not a lack of education. Alam mo, kahit sa ibang bansa matutuwa ka, kahit mga ordinaryong mamamayan doon, they talk about far-reaching policies discussed in government. Not so much because they've studied and finished their degrees and so on, but so much because, yung exposure kasi sa news, yung dinidiscuss publicly, na-educate ang mga tao dyan. Dito sa atin, hindi naman ang pinapanood mo palagi variety show, Tapos pagdating sa social media, nagre-rely ka na sa blogs na I'm not even sure if many are still watching news like your program, for example, which basically of course will go deeper to the issue. So yun ang form of education kasi ng publiko. So going back to that, yung binanggit mo mga personalidad, yun na nga, ang nangyayari, ang akala ng mga tao dahil sila nakikita na gumagalaw, namimigay, sila yung gumagawa. Meron nga isang kandidato, sabi niya, siya daw tagapagtanggol ng senior citizen. Hindi ko nga alam na meron pala siyang ginawa sa mga senior citizen. So, clearly, it's an attempt really to get to the voting block, which is the senior citizen. So at the end of the day, puro gimmick ito really, to get as much votes. Kasi nga, wala nga tayong tunay na political party.
Pero your general thoughts naman po on the survey performance of the opposition, let's say Bam Aquino.
The true opposition daw.
Oo, the true opposition. Sabi nila, Bam Aquino, Kiko Pangilinan, and others, yung mga ibang mga nasa progressive groups.
Alam mo, this is still an effect of the people reflecting on how things have been. Kaya nga hindi ko ma-reconcile yung sinasabi na hindi nag-iisip ang mga botante. Nag-iisip sila. Kaya lang talagang kulang yung kanilang informasyon at kulang din yung kanilang kakayanan siyempre to this process the information, the little information that they have. Now, having said that, consistent naman, nakita na, alam mo, kaya din tayo nagkaroon ng Pangulong Marcos at lagi nilang sinasabi, nakalimutan na natin ang kasaysayan. Hindi ko maintindihan paano makakalimutan ng kasaysayan kasi kahit na sa senior high school at saka sa kolehiyo, pinag-aaralan natin yan, at every year sineselebrate natin ng EDSA Revolution. So, hindi nakalimutan yung pangyayaring yon. Ang problema kasi, lahat ng mga pangako ng mga naunang mga gobyerno, mga administrasyon, lalo na yung pangako as a result of the departure of Marcos Sr., hindi ko sigurado kung ilan doon ang natupad. Kaya siguro, natuto na din ng mga botante, So hindi na nila nakikita na reliable pa ito. In fact, the reason also why people have been voting for popular personalities. Pag tinilan mo, 1995 onwards, nagsimula yan Nagplateau lang yan ng 2001 onwards. So, dati-dati kasi, basta artista ka, mananalo ka hanggang mayor, and so on. But eventually, natatalo din sila kasi nakikita din ng tao yung mga performance nila. But ngayon, balik tayo sa ganon kasi nakikita nila na yung mga supposedly mga qualified na mga kandidato, mga abogado, mga profesor, mga ekonomista, hindi din nakakapag-deliver ng kanilang mga pangako. Kaya ang tinitingnan nila ngayon, baka dahil magaling sa pelikula ito, magiging magaling din pagka nahalal sila. Yun ang problema.
Alright, on that note, maraming salamat po muli sa inyong oras, Pierce President and CEO Professor Edmund Tayo. Thank you so much.
Salamat po.
Yeah, before we go, I remember my mom saying that in an interview which is posted on social media. It'll reach a burning point na magkaka-fatigue na ang tao because up to a certain point, the change we all expected. After the revolution, nothing happened.
Ngayon, yung pangako nung nakaraan, meron bang natupad ngayon? Tignan natin. Diba?
The question is, sinasabi nila,
20 pesos na bigas,
kung
wala pa rin naman.
kukwentehin natin lahat ng pangako mula nung 86 hanggang ngayon, ilan lang ang natupad? Yan ang bibilangin mo. Ilan lang ang natupad.